Hello. What's going on, guys? I'm in a really good energy and I'm excited to go live with you guys. Hello, Evelyn. Aurora Shaw. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're at. I'm going to turn this off now because I'm distracting. Hi, guys. I missed you guys. Gang, gang. Happy Sunday. Happy Sabbath day. I usually don't like to do any kind of work on Sundays except for around my house and stuff, but this isn't work. This is actually us celebrating the end of a very painful journey. It's been really rewarding. It's taught us a lot, but my God, it has been exhausting. It has been dark. It has been a lot of things, and it's over. And I'm going live because I myself have gotten to this point, and I had some of the elders in my life help me to understand this point of the journey that I'm at. And I want to just share some of the knowledge, the downloads, what I was offered by other high priests and high priestesses. And altogether, I hope it offers you the same that it offered me. And it was the sense of freedom and a spark of energy and inspiration and desire. Like I was not even feeling desire to do nothing. There was a part of me that was like, I'm over it. I'm done. I don't give a fuck. A very like, I don't give a fuck kind of attitude, which is so not me. You know, shout out to my water signs. I mean, forget all that about the horoscopes and shit. We care. I read for a bunch of people who have a massive capacity to care and to love, and not just care about other people, but care about your life and care about life as a whole. And we're moving into a period of adventure and good times. And I'm going to try to explain to you what the journey feels like, so that hopefully it helps you guys to feel excited and to really come off of the karmic cycle, because there's nothing externally that's going to occur that is going to make you feel like this karmic cycle ends. It's all internal, and then it translates externally. Okay, so this reading is for a lot of you that are exhausted, are feeling like you want to enjoy life and are tired of just this work, because there's a lot of people in the collective that are feeling and have the wrong idea about the spiritual journey, that it's almost like slave psychology. It's like corporate slavery, except for spiritual slavery. Well, you got to do the work, and of course we've got to do the work. That goes without saying, but that's not what this journey is all about. So I kind of want to bring you guys all the way back. And it could be 7 years ago, 10 years ago, but it was at the beginning of this cycle. So we're at the end of the karmic cycle, but I kind of want to remind you, I want us to go back to, or you go back to, at the beginning of this cycle. And the reason why is because of where you were at that time. And there was an energy of curiosity and wanting to adventure out, rebellious, even a little reckless. And a lot of the collective actually put themselves in their own mental prison because of what that adventurous and rebellious energy did. And a lot of us blame that adventurous side of us for going through what we went through, the painful lessons. Some of you guys are still not even looking at those things as lessons. You're still looking at them as mistakes, which I'll tell you right now, mistakes are complete illusions and devil energy. They are lessons. A lot of what you consider mistakes were lessons you had no choice karmically but to go through. Isn't that fucked? We're sitting here telling ourselves that we've made mistakes and we fucked up and I shouldn't have done that. I put myself through that because of blaming yourself for not knowing certain things. Meanwhile, the divine's like, you had no choice. You had to go through those things, and it is what it is, which is why karma, I believe, draws us so powerfully. Whether it's to relationships, I don't care how toxic they are. If you're drawn to them, it is karma, because there are lessons that you need to gain from them. Very, very important lessons. So that's why I'm saying, look at the beginning of this cycle, regardless of how many cycles you've gone through. Look at that beginning stage, reset your router, kind of, yeah. But remember what it was like, because it didn't feel like you weren't tired. You were adventurous. You were like curious. I want to see, I want to know. I don't, it was collective. Don't blame yourself for what you didn't know at the time, which was something very valuably gifted to me by an elder. A very powerful hermit. Okay. And I was really beating myself up for what I didn't know then, and not realizing that me myself was putting myself in a prison of, well, you can't do that, and you don't want to you don't want to make the same mistakes. What? I was brave enough to embark in my journey and to learn very valuable lessons that got me where I'm at now. And I'm proud of where I'm at now. It doesn't mean I don't have ambitions and goals and shit like that. But some of you guys are focusing on the ambitions and the goals. The ambitions and the goals, and are feeling tired and are feeling like, I don't give a fuck. Well, it's because you're missing a very pivotal part of the journey, which was that beginning energy of excitement and curiosity. And I genuinely believe that that's where the collective is at right now. Some of you guys have to give yourself permission to live again. And I don't know how you're going to do that if you're still blaming yourself for the last time you let yourself live, and then all of the painful lessons that you embarked in and had to learn. I don't know how you're going to do that. That's why I wanted to go live, because I know that there's a lot of people in the collective that are stuck on that karmic cycle. And it's not because you haven't learned everything you need to learn. It's because you're afraid and are not giving yourself permission to live again and go learn again. So just simply switching the paradigm to allowing yourself to not blame yourself for what you've been through, and actually congratulate yourself through going through the karmic lessons, learning everything you know now, and then understanding you're equipped. Like I said, don't blame yourself for what you didn't know then. And don't blame yourself for what you aren't going to know and where you're going to stumble and the painful lessons you're going to learn moving forward. It's just understanding you're more equipped now. Every karmic cycle we go through equips us. Karma is lessons. That's why I told you, don't go around calling karma a bitch. I had somebody write me something so foul talking about, somebody said karma, because they were trying to tell me about some shit. I'm like, you're projecting, but I didn't even respond. But somebody was like, karma and God is a bitch, eh? Like as if telling me I should be afraid. And I'm like, did you just call God and karma a bitch? May God have mercy on your soul, ho. Like, don't look at it like that. Karma's not a bitch. Karma is what gets you your whole soul to evolve. So you're not some fucking, you get me? Like you're just, anyways, I hope you guys understand why I'm going live today. That was a big intro. That was a 10-minute intro. We're going to pull cards and stuff to see where some of the blockages might be, if I'm able to help, as well as what you have to look forward to, because there's a lot to look forward to once you come out of this paradigm. Thank you guys for the donations. Thanks, Serenity Jones. There's a lot to look forward to, but it's a paradigm shift. Because some of you guys can see this energy. Say it's a new love relationship. It's love, embarking into love again. You guys can see it, and you go on tarot wondering when it's going to happen. It's going to happen when you are actually open to the karmic journey and experiences and lessons that are going to come with this new love cycle, whether it's with somebody new or somebody that you've already been with or that you're with right now. A lot of you guys want it, but you're not moving forward or manifesting it because you're like, well, I don't want to make the same mistakes, and those were really painful. Again, blaming yourself for how you got here. Don't you have any pride in what you survived, what you've overcome, how far you've come? Like, none? No? Nothing? You should. And if you're waiting for outward validation to tell you you've come a long way and that you survived a lot, you're going to be waiting a long time. Which are only bitches that they force a bad. So also a little update. So this month, because of the energy that I'm in, okay, I am going to freestyle the whole month. There is going to be no monthly zodiac signs. Okay, like I'm not going to sit here at this table, okay, like a mannequin. You know, it's not like a mannequin, but you know what I mean. Like I need to be free right now. I am in a different energy, and I don't want the structure of the monthlies right now. The Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I don't want that. I don't want to do it. So I'm just going to go impromptu on lives with you guys. I'm just going to come live, whatever the energy is, whatever I feel mounting up that the divine says, come and deliver this and connect with the collective on this energy. I'm going to just do that. So I'll see you guys a lot more regularly in the lives this month. If I do decide to do the zodiacs, it will probably be different. Like I might go live one day and do all the water signs, or I might go live one day and do the fire signs together. But I am moving away from the zodiac signs because I've told you guys a million times, we're all the signs. You get that? We're all the signs. But I keep then doing 50 minutes for each sign. Like I believe in that aspect anyways, and I don't. I'm not an astrologer. Okay. But yes, I love you guys. I just want to go with the flow, and I appreciate those that, because I believe in quality, not quantity. And I mean that with regards to the connections. You know, we've been doing this for 3 years together actively, and I've connected deeply with so many of you guys. And that's where my focus is also with regards to my mission. So those of you that don't like to hear about the frankincense, you should probably unsubscribe now, because it's just going to get more. I just got I can't tell you how many kilos of fucking essential oil, frankincense oil I just bought. We're going to be talking about frankincense, okay? Because that's my mission and what I give a fuck about. And I'm not a robot, and I don't have to compartmentalize what I care about, because the low vibrational people that haven't even stepped into mission themselves don't want to hear it. Because even if the people on here that don't care about frankincense or have a personal affinity to it, they are at least open and love hearing about my passion and my mission and my love of something, and how this journey has propelled me to something greater than myself. I care about those people. I'm not for the streets. I'm not for the streets. Okay, I'm not for everybody. And most of you guys know that already. Are you on Clubhouse yet? No, I'm not on Clubhouse yet. I'm not. I've gotten enough invitations to join it, and I haven't even gone on there yet. I want to actually do a stepping into missions with a sister who's on Clubhouse. She does amazing shit, but she's just so busy. Like that woman is like, she's a real go-getter. Thank you, Shay. Thank you to everybody who's donating. All right. It's your world, G, and everybody's life is their own world. Absolutely. And I have respect, and I'm open to other people's worlds, dreams, aspirations. I just ask for the same shit in return. Like, anyway, let's get into prayer and then get into what's there to look forward to, and where some of you guys are feeling blocked surrounding your karmic cycle. I'm also going to talk about the resurgence of some of this karmic energy, whether it's people, places, things. But let's pray first. Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, guardian angels, thank you for rising me up out of my bed this morning, and thank you for connecting me with the collective every day. Right now, please allow me to communicate clearly with the collective all the messages that are in our greatest good, surrounding our material abundance, sustenance, the relationships closest to us, our personal ascension and development, and any other messages that you deem worthy at this time. Thank you, Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, guardian angels, for everything you do for me and the collective on a regular. All the healing energy, the support, the love, the guidance, and the protection. We are nothing without it, and we are nothing without you. So glory be to the Most High forever and ever. Amen. Let the good times roll. 3 of Cups and the universe. Those of you that know what the 3 of Cups is, that's friendships, that's having a good time, that's socializing. A lot of the time in the community, we talk about it, oh, it's a third-party situation. That's the lower vibrational aspect of what the 3 of Cups is, but from a higher aspect, it speaks of union energy, camaraderie, friendship, socializing, having a good time, sisterhood, brotherhood, right? And then the universe, this speaks of the end of this karmic cycle, officially, but it's more so the focus is on the beginning of this new chapter, the end of this dark period. And understanding that you're not waiting for something to come in to mark the end of it. It's not so without, so within. It's so the soul, so the universe. Another elder taught me this week. So he said, it's so as above, so below, as within, so without, as the soul is the universe. I think I said it right. And here's the universe right here. So this dark period is going to end because you end it. You shift your paradigm. A lot of you guys want to have a good time and you're waiting for a good time to come to you when the good time is going to invoke within you. Now, some of you guys are actually, the reason why you're in this dark energy is because some of you guys are actually, okay, so there is an energy where there is karmic energy coming towards the collective. And it's coming up behind you. It's coming up from behind. And it's the way I downloaded it is whether it's a person, whether it is a thing, so a substance, an addiction, whether it is a place, a toxic environment that took you a long time to let go of. It's coming to ask you, are you really done? Have you really learned the lessons? And it's not trying to trick you. It's asking you a genuine question. It's just presenting to you what it is and then asking you, do you resonate with me anymore? Do you want me anymore? Does this exist? Is this your reality anymore? And it's just being conscious that it's not. It's like a lot of you guys, the emotional pain and the struggle that you have emotionally isn't necessarily from anything that's occurring right now. And it's because of the paradigm in your mind about the past. So your mind focused on the past the way it is, just looking at all the bad experiences, still beating yourself over them, not pulling the lessons. It gets you in your present to feel the way you did in the past. But if you really look around you, there's nothing that's making you actually feel that way. And if there is, because some of you guys did, there was karmic energy that resurged, it came back. It resurged and it came back. Hold on a second. It's only to ask you if you're really done with it or not. Okay. But anyways, 3 of Cups, I see socializing. I see you guys coming out of your shell, Hermit energy. Yes, this is where the collective is coming out of. This gray period, this dark period. This speaks of mild depression. It speaks of ignoring. So this is the divine being like, here, I have an option that will make you feel better. And you're like, no, I'm still focused on what didn't work out. And it's funny, we do have the 3 of Cups here. So this could be like, I want to have a good time, but I don't know how to, or I want to have a good time, but I need this to happen. I need this to happen. It's COVID. All the reasons why you can't enjoy yourself right now. And it's something that happens within. I feel a celebratory energy as well, needing to celebrate yourself. Let's see what else. The Spirit of Pentacles, that's the King of Pentacles in this deck, and then the Ace of Pentacles, and then the Movement of Wands. Excellent. So within, so without. So again, some of you guys were waiting for this energy, something externally to come in and impact you and make you feel differently. But you're gonna realize it's actually internal. So this is being ready and open for a new chapter. And enough of you guys weren't even manifesting it. So this is the card about your ships coming in. You weren't even waiting for your ships because you were too terrified of all the mistakes you were going to make and how you were going to fuck it up and how it will just bring pain and darkness like your old karmic cycle. This is the pessimistic attitude that stopped your ships from coming in. So instead of waving to the harbor being like, ships come in, you were like, no, I'm not ready. And I don't know what's on that ship. And I might actually regret it asking that to come in, and I'm not open to it. Was that. So it's that shift internally that occurs that brings your ships in with this new opportunity, this new life cycle. It's a new life cycle occurring for the collective at this time. I don't know how else to, and bear with me, I'm trying to download this myself. I myself am at a new cycle. You get me? So I'm trying to understand this just as well as I'm trying to explain it to you. I had a huge shift occur, and it was in a short period of time. And it was funny. I read for a sister yesterday who said, she's like, I woke up and I felt differently. She's like, I was ready to enjoy life. I was tired of all the hard work. I was tired of just crying and purging. And she had a really big purge. And I was listening to her and I'm like, I want to get to where she's at. And then boom, that evening, I had two kings. I had people that I look up to who's taught me a lot about spirituality. And guys, I'm trying to get, they're not, my spiritual teachers are not with the social media nonsense. Like they're not open to come. I want to interview them. I want to put them all over the channel. They're real hermits. They go within, like they're not into that. So the best I can do is just share for you what they taught me and shared with me. But yes, this internal shift occurs, and then opportunities to have fun, opportunities to start something new romantic opportunities. Also, for those of you in relationships, the successioning of your relationship. Some of you guys were wondering why your relationship wasn't successioning, and it was because you were afraid, possibly because you have paradigms from your parents' relationships, fears about marriage and having kids because of how it worked with them. So that paradigm, looking at the past, how it made you feel, actually gets you to say, no, I don't want to do that. I want it, but I'm afraid. So you're telling the divine, I want something, but everything about the way you move and your energy goes, no, keep it away from me. Why? Because I'm afraid. And again, a lot of you guys were beating yourself up for decisions, relationships you've been in the past, and not giving yourself the benefit of the doubt, not congratulating yourself for everything you learned, and then understanding how equipped you are to not do it again, but embark in a new cycle of love, sex, and relationships, and having faith it's going to be different because you're different. So this Ace of Pentacles and King of Pentacles, this is the collective, the King of Pentacles, which speaks of this maturity spiritually that you're at. Like even this deer, this is a very mature deer. It takes a long time for these horns to get that big, and then every 5 years they shed. So you guys could have come out of a 5, 7, 10-year cycle, but you're equipped now. You guys have your horns. You can bear the weight. These are all the knowledge. Knowledge is power. Look how much knowledge and power you have that's sitting on your crown chakra and on your third eye chakra. So I do feel like the collective's getting into an adventurous energy again, the way you were at the beginning of this cycle. That's what I mean. It's like a child. You know, when you're a child, when you're new, so think as a child, you're at the beginning of a cycle because you're just a child. And everything is like, you ask a million questions and you want to explore and you're curious and you're brave and you're risky. And that's the energy the collective is tapping into when they kind of look at their karmic cycle from a healthier, more confident place. I hope this is making sense. I'm going to read some comments just now. I love how you guys blow up the chat. Last live, we had like 6,000 comments in the chat. I was like, yo, our chats be live still. Okay. But there is karmic energy. I mean, I saw it in here. I already had to block one of the fools because I know that fool personally. They can hide their name they want. It's an energy vibration. And they are not moving on. They're probably going to embark on their cycle one more time, maybe two, who knows, but they're not loving themselves enough to embark in a new one. So they're trying to rope me back into an old karmic cycle with them because they themselves don't have the courage to move on to a new cycle. They don't have the love of self. They didn't get all of the lessons. So I do feel, collective, you are going to have some karmic energy trying to bait you into the karmic cycle because they're stuck in it. Can try to draw you in for the simple fact of, like, are you really done? Because that karmic cycle doesn't go anywhere. That karma is still an energy vibration that exists. So are you really done? Do you really resonate? You'll have to use your discernment to decide. Many of you don't resonate with your karmic cycles anymore because you superseded them. You're now more resonating with the new curious energy of your new cycle. What else was I going to say? For a lot of you, there's a lot of romantic energy in the collective. Like when I was on Patreon, I was in a really dark place, and shout out to the folks over on Patreon that do this thing called Ascension with me on a regular. Like it's intense. And I wasn't in a really good space about a week ago. I really wasn't. And I was kind of pretending like I was in a better space. And then I just said, fuck it. Like, this is how I feel. And some of you guys are actually needing to just, that aren't in this new and curious energy, really just acknowledging where you feel. 111 speaks of manifestations. So many of you guys are going to bring these manifestations in because you aren't afraid of them, and you're not going to beat yourself up regardless of what you go through. Why? Because you understand that mistakes are illusions and that it's all about lessons and trial and error. If you didn't go through what you went through, you would be dumb as shit. I know that sounds fucked up, but it's true. So just be appreciative. That wasn't right. That wasn't right. I shouldn't have said that. Not that way. Not that way. But anyway, I'm doing better. I'm really doing better. And I realized I want to do more lives this month because I need to strengthen that muscle, because the fact of the matter is I get really defensive when I go live because of some of the energies. I need to learn how to supersede them and not let those energies play me out of my position, which is of a high vibration at this time. So I'm going to go live more so I get more used to it and comfortable without waiting and then coming on and then getting kind of nervous and defensive, you know, and then lashing out at people. Shout out to Sammy, like, and the people that I've lashed out at, that was just like, I didn't say that, or I didn't. It's because my own insecurities get me to be overly defensive where not need be. Do you get what I mean? And it was just a reflection of me not being in the highest of vibration and the greatest place, and also not feeling really safe. Right? So yeah. Shout out to all the people that I lashed out at. Okay. Temperance. The balancing of the scales. This is the divine just encouraging me to stay balanced. So let's see what else. Oh, I heard we were waiting for you. So this temperance energy, a lot of the time, it's about, we think of it as being patient for the divine, but we don't actually realize that temperance energy is a reflection of how patient the divine is with us. So a lot of you that were in a dark tunnel trying to get out, you were being patient with the divine, being like, when am I going to get out of here? When am I going to get out of here? I don't want to be in this dark place. I don't want to be in this dark place. Meanwhile, divine was being patient with us about coming out of that dark place, waiting for us at the end of the dark tunnel, being like, here's the light, you know, come on, come on. So that's why we pray and we thank God and our ancestors and the divine for their patience for us and this journey. And I also am a believer that your manifestations don't necessarily come down to you. You vibrate up to your manifestations that are always there because they were always destined and fated. So just increase your vibration. And it doesn't mean you walk around happy all the time. Knowledge increases your vibration. Healing increases your vibration. So when you're in a dark place and you don't pretend that you're not in that dark place, and you actually go through those lower vibrational emotions, you purge. It makes you lighter. So then the scale gets more imbalanced because your tears are energetic weight. So the more you cry, the more your energy vibration lifts up because you dropped a weight in the form of tears. No different than dropping a deuce, right? I'm just saying. Okay, I'm going to read some of the comments, see what you guys are saying. And I think I want to switch up Patreon and go to another platform because I want it to be more interactive. The Patreon doesn't allow like each other to at each other and shit like that. So there's just a lot, but I want to be more free flowing. I just didn't feel like doing the monthlies, but I felt like channeling messages to you guys. So was it, okay, don't channel the messages unless you do the monthlies? And I'm tired of letting these low vibrational people that look outside of themselves for ascension, knowledge, and development to try to pimp me out. Oh, don't talk about your frankincense. Get straight to the reading. No, forgotten slave owner, I'm not going to do that. Okay. And there's nothing about this message that's going to help your poor, unfortunate soul to ascend. You know what I mean? Like, I was really triggered last month by some of the comments. I couldn't believe how people were like, and you guys timestamp for these people so they could easily click over the intro. But they're so, I'm keeping it cool, man. I'm keeping it cool. They can make them apps. We can too, right? I left my mother's house. It feels great. Congratulations on your road of independence. Enjoy yourself and don't beat yourself up. Enjoy, trust your ability to be independent and everything that's going to come of it. There's new experiences. There's new love. Some of, for my singles, it's about to get litty. Even for my couples out there, like you're the leap when you guys forgive each other for the lessons you've learned and yourselves, and then are not afraid to embark in the next cycle because you feel more equipped for it. The kind of what you and your partner build in this next year, your whole karmic cycle with them won't even compare. Everything from this point forward won't even compare. It's building, serious building with the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, what you guys build and do. So in 12 calendar months from now, what you guys have is going to be, you'll be shocked at everything that you've done and built. And for my singles though, it's like it's about to get exciting. There's a lot of dating for some of you guys. Some of my singles have actually had a crush. There's been like an energetic tension because I was getting that in the last love reading on Patreon. There's a lot of sexual tension and romantic tension because people haven't communicated how they feel to each other because they're afraid of it not working out because they're still referencing their past cycles like it's a current reality. And it was a reality then because that was the karma required to learn very valuable lessons. It's done. Basta maminga. It's over. Okay? We're here now. So a lot of you guys are, because yeah, I'm seeing it, ready to date, 3 years single and celibate, have been great, but I just want to cuddle. I know, the cuddling, the spooning, it's so underestimated, it's so underappreciated. A good spooning, oh my God. Anyways, but it's happening. And a lot of the reason why you're not manifesting it, whether you have a crush on somebody or you just don't have a connection or feel that connection with somebody, is because you don't trust yourself and your own discernment to be able to navigate through a new love cycle. And you'll feel that way if you're still beating yourself up by the other one. I knew I shouldn't have done that shit. I should have trusted my instincts. I fucked up. I did that. Well, you're definitely not going to embark in a new love cycle. You're just going to go around the same thing because you haven't learned the valuable lesson that it's a lesson. For some of you, you're going to go around the karmic cycle just for the simple fact to get you to realize you had to do it. You didn't have a choice. You think you did. That's why you say, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. No, you had to do it because you incarnated here to learn very valuable lessons that were going to evolve your soul so you could reach a higher energetic vibration of love, abundance. Many of the people in the collective are expanding their idea of wealth So for many people in the collective, wealth was about money. Well, if I have this and I have this kind of job and I have this much money and I drive this kind of car, then I'm wealthy. But then they feel so poor and depressed. Well, because they're not abundant in other areas. They don't have the love that is quality. They don't have the love of self. They don't have the love of others. They don't have trust. They don't have inspiration, drive, mission, all of these other things that make you abundant. So redefining wealth for you guys is going to make you feel better about what you have because you consider it wealth. So really being grateful for everything you brought into yourself. Some of you guys struggle with gratitude. You know it here, but you don't know it here. You can't feel gratitude because you pimp yourself out, demanding that you do this and you do this, and your own fucking self is going, fuck you. You keep adding to the list of what I've got to do to make you feel better. And you don't appreciate how far I've come and what the fuck I've done. This is yourself. Sometimes this plays out externally to you where you do all these things to help somebody and they have no gratitude or appreciation and they just ask you for more and more. That is a reflection of how you treat yourself. Demanding more, more, more. Thank you, Bass Tarot, demanding more, more, more. I got to do this to ascend. I got to get this job. I got to make this career. I got to heal myself. I've got to go through. What? Some of you guys are at a point where you don't give a fuck anymore and you don't care about ascending and you don't care about none of that. It's because you're not grateful for how far you've come already. So if you go within and you say, I am so grateful for everything you've done, not just to keep me alive, but to thrive for me, to go through karma, to learn these lessons, to build, not just for myself, for others. I appreciate you. You're going to get your fire back, the desire where you'll be like, okay, I can do more. Gratitude goes a long way. It's no different than when somebody appreciates you. You want to do more for them. But if your partner or your friend or your family member doesn't appreciate everything you do, what do you want to do? You want to do less, or you want to stop doing it for them, period. That's how you feel about yourself. Do you get the mirror? Because there's a lot of mirroring occurring. And in the new cycle, you're, especially with regards to love, sex, and relationships, you're going to be mirrored back in your partner. So for a lot of you, like that reading I did, it was, they're just like you. A lot of you guys are manifesting people who are just like you, and you always did, but you weren't conscious about it. Now we're on the new timeline. We're conscious about the relationships we're manifesting, but from a love, sex, and relationship perspective, these people are just like you. So they're committed, they're dependable, they're honest, but they also have trust issues. They also have healing that they need to do. They also have struggles with being vulnerable. So some of you guys that are already in these relationships, be very mindful. Thank you, darling. Thank you, She P Raise, for the donation. Some of you guys are already in these new timeline relationships and are considering abandoning them, not because the person's a liar, cheater, a scammer, a fucking dog. It's because you are actually giving up on your own issues that you see reflected back to you in another person. Does that make sense? So you're saying they won't open up to me. They're not being vulnerable with me. They're not affectionate enough. They're reflecting issues that you have. I don't know what to do. I tried. For many of you, that's why communication is so key, because many of you guys that are in this relationship are going to realize that the issues your partner have. Thank you so much, Triggering Light. I love you. Thank you for the donation. They're gonna be like, I feel the same way too. Well, I have that problem too. You're gonna actually, for those of you that are already in these relationships, are going to realize your partner actually went through similar things that you didn't discuss. These are my childhood issues. These are the other kind of relationships I've had. This is why I struggle the way I am in this relationship right now. It's gonna get you to understand why, because you have it in common with them. They mirror you for light and for dark. So those of you going into these new relationships or are in them, please have patience with yourself, which will then reflect back to your partner, and have patience with them, because you guys do deserve each other because of all the healing you're going to get with each other. Okay? And I do feel like there's going to be this fundamental understanding of, it's a lot easier. And it doesn't mean that it's not hard work, because everything I just talked about is hard. Getting communication on point, breaking through vulnerability and trust issues. These things are difficult, but it's going to feel easier because a lot of the time what was difficult in your karmic relationships were trying to fight the fact that you weren't in alignment with these people. Trying to make them love you, trying to make them understand you, trying to make them fit you into their life, trying to make them see your worth, trying to make them. That's why it was hard. It was actually impossible. Thank you, Moon Goddess. It was actually impossible because you cannot make somebody in alignment with you. You can just pretend that they're in alignment because your attachment issues will cling on to them out of fears of being alone, out of fears of being independent, fending for yourself, reaping abundance for yourself, your true authentic nature being the only status you need. Okay? So understanding the difference of why relationships are hard. Because the people that I see in real relationships, it's difficult what they're working through. The paradigms, the social pressures, all of that. But what isn't difficult is them being in alignment with each other. They don't question wanting to be with each other. They understand they're in something together. It's what they're working on that's difficult. Where I'm telling you right now, a lot of those karmic relationships were difficult because you were trying. That's why the makeup to breakup always occurs. Because you're working so hard to make something that's not in alignment, in alignment. Good. Thank you, Rose Pearl Tarot. Thank you for all the tarot readers that just show me genuine love, yo. Straight up. Because you have to have like a really strong, like, I feel that genuinely. I try to give a lot of love and reach out and support a lot of readers, and a lot of them didn't show that love back. And I took it personally. And then I was channeled. It had nothing to do with me. It had to do with their egos and their insecurities. So shout out to all the readers that genuinely send me love and it not affect them and their platform, and they do their own thing and still show love to me and other readers. You guys are real high priestesses, you know, that have high capacities for love, which means you will manifest when you're no longer afraid and judging yourself. You will manifest love, massive amounts of love, not just from divine partners, but from friends, business partners, your tribes, your platforms. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you. And I realized that a lot of the things you guys say, so when you guys say good things to people, like Ashley just wrote, I appreciate you for everything you've done. It's actually a reflection of the appreciation she has for herself. I learned that from BK, what's her name? BK Shivani. She goes, when people tell you bad things, it's a reflection of them. But when people tell you good things, it's also a reflection of them. And you guys always tell me good things, so I know that it's a reflection of you guys and how good you are to not just me, the people around you, and to yourself, right? You need to be very strong. You already are strong. There's this that saying, that what she just said about we need to be strong. There's an exhaustion I feel with that, because there's a lack of acknowledgement of how strong you already are. So you're telling yourself, we need to be strong, or needing to be strong. Yourself is like, I'm already fucking strong, blood. You ain't seen what I've done? This is for those of you that are feeling exhausted and feeling like, I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm done with the journey. I'm done with this. I'm giving up on this. I'm telling you, man, your shadow will tell you to go fuck yourself. All right? Like, seriously, no joke. Your shadow will be like, oh, fuck you and your plans and all these things. Your shadow is the lowest vibrational part of you, okay? So you need to give it nourishment and support and good job and you did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, or else it's going to tell you to go fuck yourself. All right? Okay, smelling second. I'm feeling I know, right? There's so much to look forward to. Let's tap a little bit more into that. I think we did good with the hearts, the star. There is so much to look forward to. Let's tap into that. Thank you for the 1111, darling. Okay. Thank you, Francis. Thank you, guys. Oh, you guys are making me blush with my pale ass. I can't wait for the sun to come. I'm 2 shades lighter than I really should be in reality. And we're going to Jamaica, eh, guys? Oh, geez. It's about to be lit. Oh, the content in Jamaica. I'm going to read for you guys by the riverside. By the river. Okay. All right, let's pull another deck. Let's see what else. I'm chilling. You guys are chilling, right? Okay. Let's pull from the Venetian. Well, I still have to wait though, because I don't want them. I don't want to take the vaccine. So I just want to wait until when other people are traveling and shit. Because if I went now, I'd have to be vaccinated just to make it easier, or else they're just, and Jamaicans are wild. Jamaicans will be like, Jamaicans, they were pulling a scam. You get to Jamaica and they would fucking swab you and they'd be like, you have COVID. We need to go and get the extensive test. And they'd make you pay to quarantine at the hotel only for them to come back and say, you don't have no quarantine. I mean, you don't have no COVID, so you can go on. They're not catching me like that. Okay, I am half Jamaican. I know about them way there. I'm going to be like, no. So I'm just going to wait a little bit. And then once the borders and everything open up, then I'm going to go. The first vaccine, it gave me a dead arm. Yeah, I feel like they're trying to kill me. Like, I just don't want it. All right, let's get into it. Thank you, Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, and guardian angels. Please allow me to step into service for the collective and communicate the messages that are in their greatest good about what we have to look forward to, collective. All right, there's so much to look forward to. And I'm telling you, a lot of you guys already know that because you've seen it. And you're going, why hasn't it come? You guys are patient energy, waiting for the divine to bring it in. And the divine's being patient with you. R.I.P. Pfizer. I'm going to put those on shirts. R.I.P. Pfizer. Okay. Anyways, I'm not going to get into the vaccine talks. All right. But they were waiting for you to manifest and be ready and not being afraid. And yeah. So there's much to look forward to, but you guys already know. Hopefully these messages will provide some kind of validation for what you already know. We're going to use this. So we use the Naked Heart Tarot, which I absolutely love. This one. I'm bad with showing you guys the decks. And then we're going to use the Venetian. The 9 of Pentacles. This is kind of the energy I feel a lot of you in, right? Because I feel like we got the Ace of Pentacles in the other deck, and now we're getting to the 9. You add the 2 together, and it's the 10. It's this hesitance. Arms closed. If you know how to read body language, arms closed means somebody isn't open, receptive, or they're, for whatever reasons, they could be skeptical, unsure, insecure. But this person's arms are crossed. They're skeptical. Some of you guys are skeptical of your new timeline. You're skeptical of what can be. Oh, wow. That's funny because in this deck, I'm pretty sure the 9 of Pentacles is this pelican or this, no, it's a peacock. Yes, it doesn't matter. I swear it's a peacock. But whatever. Somebody look up what the spiritual, because I've been doing this a lot because of all the animals that I've been seeing. I saw a fox, I saw a wild turkey, I've seen ravens, hawks, like it's a lot. Can somebody look up what the spiritual meaning of a peacock is? Because in the 9 of Pentacles in the Naked Heart Tarot, there's a peacock in it too. And this is the 9 of Pentacles in this deck. Thanks, Debbie. Can somebody do me a solid? Look up, just type in what's the spiritual meaning for a peacock. Anyways, so yeah, some of you guys are skeptical, and I genuinely believe it's about the new timeline. Now, what's funny is now we're getting birds and stuff. Some of you guys, there's this needing to understand that imagine your soul is a bird. This is another thing that my elder taught me and tried to give me knowledge on, and I'm going to share it with you guys as best as possible. So he was like, when you look at the birds, there's a hierarchy. Look at the hierarchy as your spiritual ascension journey. Okay? The smaller birds that stay closer to earth, to the treetops, they're smaller and they wave their wings a lot faster. But as you ascend and you become larger, so think of the larger apex birds like the hawks, the ravens, the falcons, they don't actually flap their wings as much. What do? They glide, they soar, they use the air underneath them as a way to get them to fly. It's also a lot lonelier up there because only those big birds are up there. So there's this sense of kind of understanding your spiritual ascension and understanding that some of you guys are flapping your wings really hard because you're not allowing yourself to soar higher and use the air current as a way to allow you to fly effortlessly. If that makes any sense. You have to understand, like, some of my spiritual advisors are so, like, I just got that download from him yesterday, so it's going to take me a while to like properly, but I wanted to share it with you already because I know some of you guys, I can tell by the comments, you guys are already understanding what I was saying. All right. Yeah, I hope you guys are, let me know how you guys feel about me not doing the zodiac signs, at least for this month, and just doing lives with you guys about energy and stuff like that. And I'll be honest, sometimes I'm in a lower vibrational energy and not as sure because I'm flapping my wings because I'm lower and I'm not really sure about how to communicate the energies as well. But the people on Patreon already know that. But you guys don't. And I want to be more vulnerable with you guys too. You know, because the safe space, I was always saying it's more safe on Patreon than it is on YouTube but it's not. I make it a safe space. I make it a safe space for me. Right? Anyways, let's see what else we have. Go towards the light. For those of you that are in the dark tunnel, go towards the light. Some of you guys are in the dark tunnel, and the dark tunnel can be seen as the dark night. And I just feel like some of you guys stayed in the tunnel because it's safer. And again, it comes to this energy of being afraid, of letting your inner child explore, letting your feminine energy nurture and cultivate, letting your masculine energy build out of fears of failure, having to tear down, having your heart broken, all of these things. It's getting you to stay in the tunnel and not move through to the words of light because you don't know what's out there. It's another karmic cycle. It is. That's going to teach you a bunch of new lessons. You're going to have ups, downs, all of that. But the difference is you're more equipped now. You weren't awakened when you started this cycle about this journey. So half of what you went through, you were not even conscious about. Now you're conscious. So the lows are not even going to be as low because you're aware. You can catch yourself. You can support yourself. You can use discernment. Thank you. Thank you for the 49. Thank you. Right? So don't be afraid. I feel this. I feel some of you guys not even asking for manifestations because when God comes to you in your meditations and says, what do you want? Before you can utter out what you want, you're thinking of all the fears. You're thinking of all the ways it won't work out, all the ways you'll fail again. Don't be afraid. This whole journey is about evolving your soul. And I'm telling you right now, I can call it the new timeline, but I already told you guys that was semantics. It's just another karmic cycle. And a lot of you guys don't want to go through a karmic cycle. And that's why I have to stop calling it the new timeline, because it's just another karmic cycle. There's highs, there's lows, there's lessons, there's heartbreaks, there's victories, there's success, there is peaks, valleys. It's the same thing, except for it's not the same thing. So it's like going from elementary school to high school to university. You go through a cycle of education every time, but the education isn't the same, right? But the process of learning, comprehension, tests, exams, all of that is the same. But each cycle of learning is completely different. It's the best way I can give you an analogy about the karmic cycles. But this is also passion and desire to have a good time. Shout out to Divine Masculine season. It's about to be lit. Because you want it to be lit. Lit like that little guy's fucking stick. Okay. Then we've got the Queen of Cups. This is you being open. So do you see how you're holding your cup? Some of you guys, this with regards to love, wasn't open to Divine Masculine. You weren't open. Talking to my feminines right now for a quick sec. You guys weren't open to Divine Masculine. Divine Masculine wasn't open to Divine Feminine either, for the same reasons, all this fear and shit. But I am seeing that there is this opportunity to push past those fears and be open. And if you don't make that paradigm shift, you will not. Fear will overtake you and you will say, nope. You'll self-sabotage. You will push away. You'll say, nope, nope, nope. Because it doesn't have anything to do with this person. It has to do with this cup. Do you get what I'm saying? But you'll project it on this person. Oh, they're like that. They're like this. They're like that. For these new divine partnerships that are coming into play, these are the issues that I'm seeing. People in the collective trying to project it onto the masculine, but it's not. It's the issue is the releasing and opening up of that cup again. It's better to be open about your insecurities than pretending you don't have them, because then you become a narcissist. Because narcissists, essentially, I've already told you guys what I believe a narcissist is, or what our narcissistic traits are the fake ideas and perspectives about ourselves that we put to try to mask our insecurities. So if you think you're worthless, then you'll do all of these things externally to try to prove that you're worth something materialistically. A lot of people who really latch on to material wealth, so they have to have all the jewelry and all the cars and all the things. They don't have any, they don't really see themselves as worthy, naked, right? So narcissism to me is just a cloak for insecurities, if you really want to just keep it basic. That's why everybody has narcissistic traits, ways of pretending that you don't feel insecure when you do. However you live that out, however you pretend you're not insecure, that's your own unique way of living out narcissism. But that's why a lot of people, that's why I wasn't into that whole thing where people are like, oh, I always attract narcissists. I'm like, well, what's the deep-rooted insecurity in you that makes you like narcissists? Because a narcissist is just a deeply insecure person. Do you get what I mean? I used to attract narcissists because I was a narcissist, deeply insecure, okay? So the less insecure I got, the less narcissists I attract to me. You get that? We attract what we are for sure. Thank you, library. I actually like that name, library. I know it'd be a weird name to name a child, but like, think of it. It's cool though, library. Yo, Lila. Ow, my tip. Yo, Lila. Yo, Brary, come through. Projecting. The new guy is in. I keep projecting. Exactly. All right, let's see what else we have. I see you guys moving really quickly when you do make this shift towards your heart's desires. You're feeling more confident, you're more excited. There's things you guys already want to do that you'll now go do, where for some of you, you weren't even inspired, you didn't even know. But then you make this shift within, and now all of a sudden you're like, yo, I want to do this, and I'm inspired to do this, and I'm open to this. The Queen of Wands under the Knight of Wands. Yeah, that is a serious increase in confidence, because a lot of people call the Knight of Wands the narcissistic card, when I just think there's a confidence scale. Fire really speaks about confidence, drive, ambition. And I just see there's an increase in confidence, ambition, and willingness to move forward. You also see the flame. It's stronger with the Queen. And that's just a maturity thing. That's just an evolution, evolving. So you're going from feeling kind of skeptical and lackluster and not sure and insecure to a lot more secure and willing to move forward towards the sun. And the sun is what's going to make you happy. It's also the new timeline, the new karmic cycle. Let's see what else. We'll pull from the romance too, because there's a lot of romantic energy. Like, there's sexual tension. There is, oh, another queen. Wow, the Queen of Swords, the High Priestess. Some of you guys were waiting for somebody to confirm the truth about your past and what you had been through. And now you're no longer doing it. You're trusting your intuition. Some of you guys were actually hanging back and holding on to the past because you were not listening to your intuition and you were waiting to find out the truth about something from the past. You see how the mirror is looking back and she has her sword behind her? It symbols in the body language to me of this trying to seek the truth from the past. But your intuition and the trust of it will lead you forward. So now you don't have a need for closure. A lot of people get fucked up with the past for a need for closure. I didn't have closure. I don't have closure. Your intuition will give you closure so you can move the fuck on. Straight up. Death. Transformation. Seeing yourself as already good enough to embark. These are for the people who feel exhausted, because this transformation will mean something to you. You just got to do this. You just got to do this. Just seeing yourself as transformed now is going to make you feel prepared and willing to be open instead of chasing this bar of ascension. You're going to be ascending. If you're a conscious being, you're going to be ascending through your whole life. Your whole soul's existence is one giant ascension journey. So just appreciate the transformation that has occurred at this cycle right now. That's it. And then you'll start feeling a little bit different about this new cycle. You'll be excited again. Let's do this. I don't give a fuck. I want to try this. I want to do this. It's that playful, curious energy instead of being so serious. Like, I felt that I was just so serious, and just because of how I was looking at my own journey. And then this fool comes back in another, the troll, they're latching on. The karmic energies that haven't evolved from my karmic timeline, they're really latching on because me moving forward somehow gets them to question their own evolution of self. So they're trying to discredit my ascension journey, my dreams, my mission, because it makes them feel better about what they haven't achieved and move forward with themselves. It's sick. It really is sick, but I have a deeper level of compassion and understanding, a little bit more, a little bit. But it's still like, fuck them. Yeah, Harrison, this fuck them. Yes, Harrison, you're right. Go, Blackberry, go. 3 of Pentacles. What's that about? These are about your plans that you now have confidence enough to execute, but I also feel like it's somebody else. Yeah, there's this energy of not, okay, so there's also this energy of needing to be open to collaborating with people. So you appreciate, respect yourself, and then that playing out externally. So now you're able to look at other people and say, I really value what you do. I really value who you are, whether it's a romantic partner and the willingness to work with them. There's a lot you've achieved independently, collective, but this is about coming together with other ascended beings to achieve more than what you could in this lifetime alone. And that also takes vulnerability. That also takes, confidence, because insecure people really struggle to work with other people, because doing something with a group of people will take away from all of the attention and accolade that they need externally to validate themselves. So I'll do it on my own, and I'll do it, and I'll do it. It's like, yeah, but it's not going to be as good if you just do it. Why not being open to these other people? Remember, we spoke about a sisterhood, a brotherhood, the 3 queens, the 3 of pentacles. We had the 3 of cups with the naked heart tarot, coming together with other people, because you can identify and you validate your own skills internally, which then give you the ability to be able to validate and understand and appreciate the skills of other people. So then you come together and you're like, yo, let's make a plan. Let's do this. Let's execute this. And now you have a greater goal, bigger than what you could only manifest yourself. Some of your manifestations require other people. So you see the bigger picture. You just don't see how you're going to get there. And I'm telling you right now, you're going to get there with the help of other like-minded people. So your discernment that you gain from your karmic cycle, your increase of confidence that you've learned from your karmic cycle, all these things equip you. That's why the karmic cycle is so pivotal for your soul's evolution, but for the next cycle. Imagine you were still insecure and you weren't confident, but you had to work with other people and build this vision. It wouldn't happen. That's why it is a process. There is a process. Okay. Let's pull from the romance. Let's see what's going on in between the sheets. Oh yeah, there is so much sexual tension. And obviously, for us that haven't had sex in a long time, there's that. But then there's also sexual tension with people who have been attracted to people for a long time and haven't had sex with them. Okay, so for some of you, it's like, for some of you, you've known someone for a while and you haven't. Okay, because there's a couple of things. There are still people who are in relationships but are in love and incredibly drawn and sexually attracted to other people, but have kept it a secret and haven't pursued these people because they don't want to make a third-party situation. So these are conscious people, but they're reaching a deeper level of consciousness about where their heart is drawing them. And there are people who are going to wrap up karmic relationships from the simple fact that they're like, it doesn't even matter if I move forward in this relationship or not. I have a desire outside of this connection. And they're going to end the relationship simply for that. And that karmic person is going to be like, is there somebody else? And there's somebody else. There is, but then there isn't, because I'm tapping into a group of people who actually haven't explored this connection that they're feeling drawn to. They're just seeing it as an indication that there is something more they're seeking outside of the relationship they've got. Okay, for some. Then there are those of you that have had like a crush or a connection with somebody for a while and haven't addressed it, acknowledged it. This could be somebody you see in the workplace or around or whatever, but there hasn't been an engagement, meaning you haven't engaged each other. You guys haven't had sex. You guys haven't expressed emotions. You guys might chill with each other, but I'm also tapping in that you guys don't. This could just be somebody you see around. And the tension sexually between you and this person is mounting. Boom, 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 boom. Like it's getting intense, right? And then some of you are just horny as fuck because you haven't gotten laid in a long time. So there's that. There's just a lot of sexual tension. That's the sexual tension energy that I was feeling in the collective. What else? Thank you, Father God, for experience. Guys, I'm launching essential oils soon. I put this shit on my face. I have no makeup on, not even mascara. Okay, and I literally use it on my face every day. It's like a natural Botox. Go look up what myrrh oil does to your face. I use frankincense oil too. I mix them together and put it on my face, but go do the research of what the pure oil does. And like I said, those of you that don't want to hear me talk about frankincense, nobody wants to hear you talk about your fucking life. Okay. I'm gonna keep it cool, man. I'm gonna keep it cool. Anyways. Yes, so much. The energetic connection is so strong. I know, right? I got a crush on you. Yeah, the butter is good, but for people who really have bad acne, the butter isn't that great because I use the butter on top of the essential oil, but some people who are sensitive with acne because of the coconut oil, it won't be as good, but the essential, straight essential oils on your face, it's like a natural glow. Look at, and there's no oil residue. It's in my skin. Like it penetrates where the butter will sit. So I like it for my body and my hair, and I still use it on my face and stuff. But coming into summer, I just need the straight essential oil. Oil cuts oil. Well, it's an antimicrobial and an antibacterial, right? So all of the dirt, it penetrates inside the skin and then cleans it naturally. So that's why there's also this glowing energy. My acne used to be really bad and it's a lot less. It also heals up the acne scars I get. But anyways, keep an open mind and trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. I honestly believe this is those of you that are coming into this connection, because for some of you that are in relationships, your partner is going to have a heart chakra awakening after you did, and it's going to get you to have compassion. So it's like you wouldn't have understood, you would have taken it personally and you would have pushed them away and left them if they went through this heart chakra awakening before you. For some of you, it's like you needed to understand what your partner was about to go through so that you could realize they're actually meeting you where you're at, so that you could have compassion and help them on this journey. But for some of you, if this is a new connection or you're about to embark in it, these are some of the issues. For some of you, it's about keeping an open mind because they differ from what you expect. And it's not, they're not attractive. People always think that when they see this card, when they say not my usual type, you're still going to be attracted to them. It's that they're not, it's something you said, I would never date somebody if they didn't have this or if they had this. Well, this person that you're seriously attracted to, okay, and want to be sexual with, all right, they have that. So now what are you going to do? I love your life. Thank you, Erica. That means you just love yours too, okay? Organic Blackberry, hi, mama. Hi, friend, how are you? Right? So good luck with that. You're going to be challenged in these divine partnerships, but it's challenged because of your own fucking paradigms. What's natural and effortless is the connection and how close you want to be with this motherfucker. Okay, like you're not going to have to beg them to answer your phone or to come and check you or to pay you any mind. No, they want to be there. It's going to be when you guys are together. That is difficult because you're coming out of paradigms, you're coming out of social pressures, you're coming out of ways of looking, all this shit. That's the matrix, essentially. You're coming off of the matrix. The matrix idea of love, sex, and relationship and what a successful love connection looks like and has to have. Well, they can't be married and divorced. Oh, they've been married twice. I would never be with somebody who had multiple baby mothers. I would never be with somebody who's been divorced twice. I would never be. Well, we're going to see about that, collective. We're really going to see about that. Doing freestyle is great. I'm going to freestyle the whole month and see how this goes because I'm not sitting here for 10 hours doing the zodiac signs when I don't even fucking care about the zodiac signs. Have you heard me say a single zodiac sign in this reading? I don't even believe in this shit, but I pump them out like a cat, like a fucking, like a cow. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world, and great love is worth taking the steps guided to take. So for those of you that have a crush on somebody, I see you retreating with a connection. I feel victory because somebody expresses how they feel and then it's reciprocated. The feelings are mutual. Yes, that's what I was getting to last week. The feelings are mutual. Somebody makes the effort and then there's a retreating process when both realize that there's a mutual connection and desire to pursue the relationship. Thank you, Jamie. Yeah. And then it's like, where are you guys going? You guys are going to have sex outside. I'll tell you that right now. Jeez. I'm sorry. Remember, lines crossed doesn't even exist. Harrison's going through it right now. I knew it. I felt everything you said. Signs don't matter. They don't to me. Sex outside, bomb, bomb, bomb. Anybody who's been with this tribe for at least a year knew about sex outside. Sex outside is primal, B. It's fucking primal. It's awesome. It's just hard in the winter with the parkas. Sex in the park, aka IG, high vibrational tarot. I met this guy. To all the other tarot readers on here, put your ats on here so other people can go follow your channels too. Because like attracts like. Trust and believe. Sex outside. Yes, sex outside. Sex on the highway. That's dangerous. Oh, I know. Sex on the highway. I see people like you parked up. Yo, there's times where you see somebody on like the side, but they're not fixing a tire. They're tinted up. You know they're having sex on the fucking, in the highway on the side. Or at least a little bit of, you know. I'm going to van down by the river. I'm going to van down by the river. Ooh-wee. Sex on the beach. Sex on the beach is the shit. That was one of my personal favorites. It's risky, though, because there's lots of people on the beach. I mean, people can I mean their ass. All right, let's see what else. I don't know, is that? Ooh, engagement. Okay, beautiful. 1444 likes, beautiful. You are ascending to a higher level of commitment if you're not afraid to, because your new cycle, your new karmic cycle is ascended. It's about, and some of you guys really need to come out of this mindset of trying, because some of you guys are stuck on your karmic cycles because you're trying to convince yourself that you didn't have love, or it wasn't really love, or you're trying to stop yourself from loving one of your karmics because of what they did. Sex in the Forest is fucking amazing. You're stuck on your karmic cycle because of that. Okay? And that's never going to happen. Love is an energy vibration that can't just evaporate unless if it wasn't real love, well, then your love of somebody is going to dissipate and go away. And you're going to realize you never really actually loved that person to begin with. Right? But for many of you that actually loved your karmic, because if it was your real karmic, like, I mean, it's hard to say, I don't want to get into semantics, but the most painful karmic relationships that bring the most learning and development and ascension are the ones that you actually loved and experienced heartbreak through. But if the heartbreak is trying to get you to extinguish or deny the love vibration, how can you ascend to the next highest version of love? There's levels to the ascension journey of this love vibration. Your new cycle is going to bring in a love connection that is going to allow you to experience a higher vibration of love. But if you're trying to deny the love cycle you already had and that energy vibration, how are you going to be able to ascend? You're just going to manifest the exact same level until you acknowledge that love vibration and understand what it taught you, and then open up your heart and ascend from there. Many of you guys are ascending to a higher love after acknowledging the love vibration that you came from, that you're ascending from. And many of you guys, again, if you've already done that work and you really just surrendered to the love connections that you've had, but understand that you're looking for a higher vibrational love, it's not blaming yourself. It's being open and not afraid. Don't be afraid of this new cycle collective. You are awakened now. So everything you go through is going to feel different, and you're going to be able to protect yourself. You're going to be able to heal yourself from whatever you do go through. You're going to be able to hold on to success and not let it slip through your fingers. And if you do, it's fine. You'll learn how to grip success even harder the next go around. It's all about lessons. And you guys are absolutely ascending in love, sex, and relationships. It's going to be a good time. Mistakes are an illusion. That was really hard for me because I would blame other people. If it wasn't myself, I'd be like, you really fucked up. But that's a complete illusion. Everything is a lesson, a pivotal lesson. I felt like King of the Hill, having sex outside. Yeah, men they really get fucking, they're super primal with sex outside. They're like, their chest expands like a couple of fucking only happy accidents. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. This has to do with the ascension and just manifesting a higher version of love. So this higher version of self-love is going to be reflected externally to you in another partner who loves you in a similar way that you love yourself. Because every relationship you've been with has mirrored back to you your own love or lack of love of self. So that's why it's exciting, collective, because you guys now love yourself. You have gratitude for yourself. You love yourself. You forgive yourself. So manifesting love now is going to be a lot more fun. Okay. Spring fever is here. Oh, yeah. And during a pandemic, it's like we're ready to get outside. I gain 20 pounds of muscle every time I walk out the door. What the whatever makes you feel stronger inside. Okay. I just got here. I just got up in here. Welcome, SB. Black seed oil and Yan's nectar. Very soon. Very soon. Jeez. Yes. Your guys are going to see your love life ascend. For some of you guys just need to be honest and tell the person that you have a crush on that you want them and that you like them and you think they're sexy and you're drawn to them and they're going to be like me too. Because for some of you, you guys are playing it cool in a connection, but they're mirroring you. So they're playing it cool too. And both you fools are thinking like, well, I don't know if they're into me. Well, you're both pretending for some of you. I'm so shy. I can be shy too. People think because I'm not soft-spoken and I'm on the internet, I can't be shy. You have to see me around somebody that I want. Like, I'll be all shy and he'll be looking at me like, bitch, are you okay? And I'm like, I talk a real good game. And then when I'm in, around it, I do, honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. That's another thing too. What was that download? It's about some of you guys. There's something about the holiday season, but it's not a generic holiday like Easter or Christmas. It's a holiday to you. It could be your birthday. It could be, it's a time you've been alone, but are open to sharing it with somebody special. I think you're going to share a special time of the year. It's like a holiday. I don't know how to explain this. For some of you, it's like letting somebody in. Let's see what else though. Because I was downloading that. It was like, it could be your birthday, but I'm more getting it's like, I don't know if holiday time's the right way to put it. It's kind of like the retreat energy, to be honest. This honeymoon and this retreat. It's like taking time away with each other is going to allow for a really blissful period. It's going to feel like a holiday period. The time that you're, whether it's because it doesn't have to be somebody new. For some of you guys, it's like, oh yeah, for some of you, it's somebody new. This is what I meant about this flirting energy and the feelings being mutual. It's like, I'm seeing like the initial stages of a relationship where it just gets intimate. So before sex, this is before sex. This is just like in the eyes, that touching, the laugh, like it's that. kind of energy I feel also. Very flirty. Extend your lighthearted energy. Oh, it's light. Oh, it's light. I play too much. Thank you, Sir Bats Game in 1. Oh, it's light. Oh, the feelings are mutual. Mutual. Oh, no, that's not how it goes. Now I'm hearing a beautiful. I just want you to know you're my favorite girl. Oh, 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 oh. Do, 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 do. Weird. I wonder if you're talking about the Leo who ghosted me out of nowhere. Probably not. Come through. I don't know who it is. Love you, Destiny. Love you too. Thank you for sharing your light. Thank you, Andrea. Mutual. I want you to know. Love the throwback song. OMG. I'm singing with you. Mm-hmm. Happy birthday, Chanel Roberts. When you hit the soundtracks. Yes, Organic Blackberry hit the soundtrack, the old school track. It's always the old school tracks that come into the readings, though. I never listen to these songs. Like, I'm listening to M. Honcho, Overpriced, like, on repeat. And here comes Pharrell. There are 2 holiday births and funeral days. Yes, before sex. Worth waiting for. New love. I feel like this energy has to do with taking your time in these new connections. Let your friends help. Be careful about that. Because I'm telling you guys, you need to remember, like, it's BK Shivani said that shit too. She's like, when it comes to personal matters, it needs to be dealt with the person involved. So don't take your personal matters to people, tarot readers, and then when they give you advice, you then project the blame onto them. It's their fault it didn't work out. I listened to their advice. Needing to trust your own intuition and do what you want to do. Because some of you guys listened to friends in the past that didn't support this or didn't help you make the right decisions. Some of you guys blame your friends and you're projecting your lack of accountability for your own decision-making and emperor skills, your leadership abilities. Some people really lack masculine energy and they then don't have leadership skills. So they constantly go to people for validation and direction on what to do and then blame the leader. Well, oh, I followed you and I listened to you and it didn't work out and da-da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, you have to take accountability of your own masculine energy, collective, and trust. Again, that also stems into that energy of like blaming yourself. A lot of people, they blame themselves so much that they'll go to other people, ask for advice only for them to blame them if it doesn't work out so that they don't have to blame themselves. Does that make sense? So don't let your feelings of guilt and self-blame put your life in the hands of other people like your friends. Your friends should be there to support what you decide you want to do. Not navigate your life for you and then you go and blame them and be passive aggressive with them. You know what I mean? It's safe for you to love. And I think we can really, I'm going to pull one from the Karma Angels, but we can wrap up here because this is where we started. Remember 7 years ago or 10 years ago, whenever this cycle began, where you felt it was safe because you were ambitious and you were ready and you were curious and you just wanted to explore. And then you went through shit and you blamed yourself and it got you to not live out this adventurous, fun energy, curious energy. Divine's bringing you back to this point, telling you it's safe. You've gained so much knowledge from your karmic cycle. Go and explore now. Go have fun. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. It's an illusion. Whatever you decide leads you to the lessons necessary for you to evolve. Whatever you decide leads you, I can't repeat it. That's how much I channel. I have to literally go back and watch that. I tried to repeat it for myself. Okay, but it's safe now. Divine is encouraging you guys to fall in love again, to open up, to be vulnerable, to achieve, to go after your dreams, to be curious like a kid. Let your inner child live. Why? Because your masculine and feminine internal energy is in union enough to protect your inner child and to make your inner child's dreams come true. You guys are awakened now. Congratulations. It's about to get lit. Let the good times roll. Jeez. Oh, that was hard. Because I was getting like a month ago, like the last 100 meters of the race, man, and it was exhausting. It was exhausting, but now I feel like a fucking winner. And when you run the race, nobody tells you if you came in first or last. Nobody gives a shit. They're just happy they crossed the finish line. Anyways, I don't even know how to say that. You guys know that I have no more than a 10th grade education, so words like this really fuck with me, but we're going to read it from the book. Akaya, number 27, which is funny. Today's the 27. Bam, bam, bam. See that? Number 27 and today's the 27. I love that. It's about being in the present, needing to stay in the present. That's another big energy, but we're already an hour and a half in. I'm not going to go into it, but staying in the present is really, really important. Okay. Patience and perseverance. An angel whose name means trouble in a reading will help you to bring out changes in your life. He advised you to be shrewd and not to take things at face value. If something does not feel right, invariably it's not. You must at all times question that which does not make sense. Testing out even the obvious situations and what is thought in the first moment is often true. All this means is this is what you gained and what you learned on your past karmic cycle. How to do this. This is part of why it's safe moving forward, because you know how to do this. You don't pretend your intuition didn't tell you what it told you. You don't stay quiet when you need to speak up for yourself. You don't deny when your shadow is telling you that person's dark and evil. You listen to all parts of your soul when it communicates to you important information about what you're looking at. It's discernment. You guys have this now. You have discernment. You got what you needed out of this cycle. So enjoy moving forward. It's like, and I'll finish it with this. So Dr. Wellington said to me, he's like, and I believe this is all of us collective, this tribe. He's like, this journey is like a samurai. It's like, how did he explain it? He's like, you're like a samurai sword. And if you know how a samurai sword is made, it's bent, it's banged, it's heated up, and it's dashed with water. And that cycle repeats over and over and over until you become a beautiful weapon. A weapon of the divine, the sword of truth. So you're equipped, and that's why it's safe, because you have your sword of truth. Because you've been banged and bent and forged into something great, collective. All right? I love you, people. Thank you for letting me just freestyle with you today. I didn't even get myself proper, but it's fine. I'm gonna just let myself be free with you guys and channel messages about what's going on, okay? All right, I'll read a couple more of your comments before we tune out. Thank you for joining the reading, all of you guys. Please like the video if you genuinely liked it. And look out for more lives this month, because like I said, I'm not gonna do the monthlies. And for all things frankincense, guys, go to www.queencup.ca and also look out for our essential oils. We've got myrrh. We're going to offer multiple species of myrrh, because I bet you guys didn't know there was different species of myrrh from different regions in Africa. Okay, boom. And then multiple species of frankincense essential oils, all of them edible for face. I eat it. I brush my teeth with it. I put it in tea. I put it on my face. I put it in my hair. I'm a motherfucking goddess. Okay. And yeah, so keep an eye out for that. Love you guys. Thank you. Have an awesome day. Do you hear the bird? Did you hear that? Could you guys hear that? The birds freaking out like that? Probably not. Love you. Love frankincense. I know I do too. We're doing amazing things. We've got PPE going out to Africa. We've got climbing gear. We've got winter jackets because you'd be surprised how cold it gets in the night times out there. Me and my mom are doing like amazing things. We're getting proper equipment. She already got cushions for the women to sit so they're more comfortable because the way they're literally sitting on fucking like it's just really fucked up. So we're getting equipment over there. We're going to send it in a barrel before harvest season, which starts in August or September. It's amazing. We're doing great things, Angel Gang. Bomb, bomb, bomb. Sending you guys love too. Love you. Have an awesome Sabbath day. Try to just relax and chill. Be excited. Thank you. South Africa forever. God bless. Thank you all. All have a great day. Yes, Guan Queen. McGuan, man. I'm going to go get something to eat and go fix it myself. Go deal with the dog. Let me take her on a little adventure. Yes, the oils are amazing for the face. My hairstyle is so beautiful. I'm going to redo it the same way. It was just twists, but I slept on it and I didn't redo it yet, but I'm going to redo it. Birds are singing outside. They were losing their goddamn minds out there. You know about Sabbath. Yes, I do know about Sabbath dia. It's important to have a Sabbath dia. Your ancestors are proud of you. Oh, don't make me cry. Thank you. But if you channeled that, just know your ancestors said that to you before you said it to me, Sistren. Okay? Your ancestors said it to you before you said it to me, so they're very proud of you too. Have a magical full moon. Yeah, guys, it's a full moon, 222 on the clock. It's a full moon tomorrow. What's the date tomorrow? 28. Add 2 and 8. It's a 10. It's over. This moon period wraps up a whole cycle. And we talked about it in this reading. So I really hope it helped you guys. I really hoped it helped because I was fucking struggling. And I had people really help me with this energy to get in context. So I just wanted to offer that healing back to you guys. So within, so without, right? I'm proud of you guys. We did it. We fucking did it. Now we have lots to look forward to. Success, growth, development, sex outside, like all kinds of amazing things. God bless. Yes. God bless, no man curse. Okay, we're going to Jamaica too. And oh my God. That content will definitely be for an 18 plus audience. Okay. Because I'm going to be free. Rock on. Yes. What is it? Rock on. Yeah, rock on. Fuck yeah, it helped. Yes, Melissa. Love you guys. Your energy is just sex on the beach. Yeah, buddy. Whole channel I got. Wicked. Is a wrap. Yes, this reading is a wrap. Thank you for the donations. I love you guys so much. Thank you. Been to Jamaica. It's amazing. But I'm bringing you guys to country. That's the difference. Okay, we're not going to the resort. Taking selfies at the pool. No, we're going to country, Savlama, Westmoreland, okay? We're going to Bluefields. We're going to Sweet River. We're going Time to work out. Yeah, I've been working out too. I'm getting thick. I gained like 10 or 15 pounds since I quit smoking weed. But yeah, it's magic on my birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. All right, guys. Okay, so have a good day. And until the next time I see you, beautiful people, keep letting your inner angels live. All right? Mwah. Ciao.